Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Leigh?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Bunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Leigh.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Bunch.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Leigh. We are the Munch Bunch UK. Leigh, tell them what we have on the menu today.
Hey Mo, we have been blessed by the Chinese gods themselves. I whinged about it in our last video, said we can't do takeaways that often due to it costs them a bloody fortune. And then Aim's dad was lovely enough to say, I'm buying you a Chinese.
We'll tell you all about the story with my dad.
Yes, we will indeed do.
So the chopsticks are back out.
Yeah, watch what you're doing then, buddy things, Aim. You could probably like, kill a man with a chopstick, I reckon. Like, I mean, obviously anyway, John Wick can, but I reckon Aim could as well.
So, we have chicken curry.
No salt, that's what we ain't got.
Well, I'm alright without salt.
Well, I'm not alright with salt, thank
Go and
you.
get the salt then.
I'm going to have to knock you on the head or something.
Knock me on the head. So Leigh's got his salt.
Yeah, yes, I've got my salt. We only have one salt in the house, it's all mine.
So, we haven't actually told you, other than the fact it's a Chinese, what's on the menu, but you already know because if you're a part of the Munch Bunch family, you know that we don't change our menu. Chicken curry, egg fried rice, boiled rice, chips, pork balls, spring, what do you call these? Spare ribs, and chicken chow mein.
And bread and butter. Yeah, but you got to have a chicken curry sandwich, or chips dipped in chicken curry sauce whenever you have a Chinese. And stick some rice on there as well if you don't do this already. It's how you construct a chicken curry sandwich. But then again, I call it a chicken curry sandwich. I never actually put the chicken on the sandwich, so...
Yeah, you should do. Try it out.
Nah, I don't want chicken on it.
I love chips dipped in curry sauce. Nothing better. Well,
there's a lot of better things than that, but... Well, it's all debatable, isn't it? We've been asked actually to do a video, which I think we should do on the diary probably next week. I'll tell you all about it.
Say it now, Leigh. You're leaving me to suspense.
It's a cliffhanger. It's like EastEnders.
Isn't it childhood favourite?
Yeah, our favourite childhood meals. We're not going to tell you what it's going to be, but it's going to be interesting, so you don't miss that one, trust me. I've got a plan what mine's going to be. I've got an idea. Talk about EastEnders. I'm sure that bastard Gray's going to kill Kush.
No,
it's all
Kush
on the TV.
lives in Harbour City.
Yeah, but he's killed off.
Well, are you surprised?
He's on the front of the TV.
Yeah, but...
was it Tesco? He's like, terror exit for Kush.
What?
Yeah, nobody likes it. Apologies for the sound effects, guys. We haven't added that to the video. There is an ambulance going past.
Let's hope if we're ever in trouble.
Yeah, and
right.
Let's hope they can maybe turn down the volume of the siren next time, because that's very loud when you've got the windows open.
Do you want to have a go at picking up rice with your chopsticks?
No. I don't know chopsticks.
Use mine.
I'm alright, thanks for that. I'm good to go.
I'll be honest, guys, that is probably the hardest thing. I can use chopsticks with anything, like, but rice is...
A pain in the arse.
So,
I'd literally just scoop
I do have my trusty wooden spoon. Even though I can do it.
Is anyone else? Oh, gas. Diet Coke. Gas. Yeah. You know what happened then. Does anybody else, or is anyone else enjoying the nice weather?
Yep.
Like, there's just something about nice weather, I think I was saying to you before, that puts you in a good mood.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, one of us two has been in a bad mood for a few days now. I ain't saying no names. There's only two of us here.
Are you actually implying it's me?
No, it has been.
I was thinking then, is he serious?
No, but when they got the good weather, which we got at the minute, there's just a different feeling around the place.
You should elaborate on that.
I need to put the light on actually, because I forgot to put them on. So
we've got to go again. It's great.
Just carry on. If you see me arse, you'll have to just shut your eyes, people.
Right, so, funnily enough, I'm not saying I don't get bad moods, because blimey I do.
Barely coming in.
However, Leigh has had a little bit of a few days of...
I've been going through PMS, whatever they call it, or PMT. It's terrible.
Well, actually, no, that is quite a valid point in the respect that, not being funny guys, men, but you do kind of have this tendency, oh, it's on a period, there's this, that, and the other. But men can equally throw a hissy fit
Yeah.
You know?
I've known blokes who do that a lot.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, there's a stigma of, oh, God, look, she's in a bad mood again because of this, that and the other. You know, this week has gone to prove that men can have, like, a lot of emotional stress and take it out on everybody else.
Yeah, but in general, like the weather's been out, it's been nice for a few days now. Today's been bloody lovely. So Aim's got a story to tell you about why we didn't go out of the house today. Tell them, Aim.
Basically today, we've had the electricians in and the boilermen, the gas people, coming to do safety checks. But there's more issues and they've got to come back one of the days this week. The wiring, this, that and the other. But anyway, that's another story. We'll update you the end of the week with that one.
It's really not that exciting, really.
It's just annoying because you wait in, they say they're going to turn up at a certain time and they didn't.
So,
the reason why my dad bought us this Chinese though.
No, so I've had a day in the garden today because we couldn't go out because of the electrician coming. And therefore, I've been able to get some stuff done. And I ventured into the garden and come up with some plans that she wants to do in the garden, i.e. gardening, work, which I'll probably have to do. But the point is though, it puts you in a good mood and the weather's lovely and we've got things tidied up and we're ready for this, getting there ready for the summer.
It is just nice, isn't it? I honestly believe there is a distinctive smell between summer and autumn, winter. You can smell like the grass, the summer air, like I really, you know.
Definitely in the summer you can smell the cow shit a lot more.
Look at that again.
Complain. Then again, we didn't pay for it, so don't worry about it.
No, but come on. Do you agree, like, you can smell like a nice scent?
Yeah, I like hot days. I walk the dog, I walk past the cow farm, and you just smell cow manure. It's great. It is a nice smell. You know you're in the countryside when you smell cow.
No, I'm on about, like, out the back, the flowers.
Yeah, I've enjoyed being in the garden today. There's a little bit more to do. But I have noticed, like, on mainly on TikTok, I don't really use any other social media.
Pour a bit of that on there for me.
On TikTok, a lot of people are posting, like, their gardens and stuff. And I honestly think that, obviously because of COVID and stuff, a lot more people, maybe you as well included, let us know in the comments if you have really gone to town on the gardens because they're thinking, okay, we can't afford we can afford a holiday, but we don't know if we can go away. Then again, they've put the price of a holiday in the UK to stupid amounts. So a lot of people are spending a lot of money on the gardens.
Excuse me?
Knowing that they're probably going to be, towards the end of the year anyway, spending a lot of time during lockdown again.
Yeah. And we've already got garden furniture, and obviously, not knowing what's going on with moving and all this stuff, I'm not going to buy, like, I want, like, all the rattan furniture and all that sort of business. We've got, like, garden furniture, so we just want to touch up a few things, don't we? And you're going to, like, landscape it out a bit, aren't you? Like the edging and all that.
That's a general idea.
We've got this beautiful rose bush out there at the minute. And I don't know why, but it's got bigger, I think it's got a lot bushy, like more roses out this year. It didn't bloom as much last year. And this year it's absolutely stunning. A deep pink rose, it's beautiful.
Yeah, we do have some nice plants and stuff like because we rent our property, there's a lot of nice plants that came with the property. And there's one that's not so nice. It's called a pain in the arse. What's it called? Down the garden.
I'd rather not say because they might see it.
Well, anyway, basically, when anyone who has these, back in the day, the tradition was, if you saw one in a garden,
you might as well tell them.
It represented a swinger's house. And that was the myth. So, whatever our owners used to get up to at this house, I don't know, but I did find like some dodgy stuff when we moved in.
Basically, you might as well say it's called pampas grass.
Don't really.
I did the wrong way.
A lot of people have pampas grass, to be fair.
However, you know, like pampas grass, it's like this big thing. It looks like big white feathers on the top of it. Do you know they're selling for a couple of $100 on eBay?
Get rid of it. Let's sell it. I'm not
My dad was like, if you see people pulling the stems,
it's usually school kids, little shits.
Off
Always doing it all the time when they walk past our house.
I think it's when people pull up and they want to get cuttings out of people's houses.
I'll say now. Oi!
You've done
Leave it. I've never took a cutting off anyone's house. Well, out of the garden. What the hell did I do that for? I ain't green fingered, thank you. I showed Amy a clip yesterday, which you all need to go and check it out on YouTube.
Oh God!
So I did tell you the story the other day about the man in his car in America where he opened the door and the Bobcat attacked him and he threw it. And
I really want to say, Top Cat, Top Cat.
Top Cat was nice. That Bobcat was a bit vicious.
And we're going to tell the story about my dad in a minute.
Yeah. So there was this man running in America, in California, I think, and he's like on a trail. It's like a, like a
hike.
He was running on a trail basically, where it's like
a running, walking path.
Yeah.
Like a stone path.
It's off the beaten track, so to speak. It's not on a main road or anything like that. And there's bushes all around you and cliff tops and stuff like that. And he goes for a run, and he starts recording. The video starts where he is being followed by a mountain lion or a cougar. And this cat follows him for bloody the
whole way?
6 minutes the video is. And this thing's just like stalking him. I would absolutely...
No,
I'd have crap myself.
I can't even explain. So he generally sort of like walk along this cougar wood, and then it'd start running at it really fast. But it's... I don't know.
It's impossible to describe how these things run. But even people who know about them, like in America, who have seen them, were surprised at how
even the
they
police?
run.
No. One had wandered into the town centre or village or whatever it had been. They had the whole police force out there with the tranquilizer. This thing's huge. But on this video, it didn't look like it was that big. But when you actually see it up close...
It was far away, but then it'd get a little bit closer each time, wouldn't it? And what they did, because this one had babies, it was a female, it had babies in the area. So it's feeling protective. And that's why it was like hunting him. And he got away in the end, but he kept trying to scare him, like, go away, kitty cat.
Or he'd bark or...
Yeah, he'd make funny noises. Type it on YouTube, Cougar, like, chases man in America. And there's loads of videos of it. But the shit you got to put up with in America, sorry for language, which you don't have to put up with down here. I mean, I used to get scared as a kid if there was a cat in the road. Remember when I was like 5? I might have had cats in my life. When I was like 5, if there was a cat on an alleyway and I had to pass it, and it was just sitting there staring at like, go away, cat. And if you won't go away, I'd go the long way around.
I wasn't scared of cats.
You're scared of cats now.
No, I wasn't scared of passing one now. Like, cats don't like me.
Cats don't bloody like you in about.
They don't. Apart from Chloe, your old cat. CJ didn't like me. You've freaked me out with him now. You went, first time round, I've already got a fear of cats. He says, look, CJ, he might bite you, or he might attack you, or whatever. Like, he's a quite moody cat.
I had to warn you. I didn't want you like getting my cat put down.
Warn me? I sat there the best part of 2 days like this. Where's the cat? And Jill, your mum was like, oh, well, he might be under the settee. Careful if you put the recliner up, because he might just pounce out.
Oh, my cats were great. They used to sit, I actually have a picture somewhere, on door frames. So there'd be one on top of a wardrobe, and the wardrobe was next to a door, and as you open the door, the cat was sat on top of the door, just waiting for Aim to walk through.
My cousin's cat, recently, went missing, because she's moved into a new house, like, with her husband, and the cat was, missing, and she's like, oh my God, shared it all on Facebook and everything, like, the whole family shared it on Facebook, and then her friends and everything, and it was found in the neighbour's garage, curled up and like on some blankets or whatever. And that's the thing, you know, the cat, you lose them out.
I'll never do it again. Our neighbours, when I was like 8 or 9, and our neighbours had an apple tree, and our cats love to climb up this apple tree, and I'd be like, please come down, and I'd be there for ages climbing this apple tree to get the cat down. It'd get to the ground, I'd get to the ground, the cat would go up the solid apple tree. Like, mate, I just got you down from there. I ain't climbing up again, just get your arse down. They weren't having any of it.
Well, we watched this thing on a Sunday night called Happy Campers. Mate, it was a campsite. Like Haven type thing. And they've got their own cat, haven't they, called Marmalade, I think it was called. And the cat had to go to the vets. And the cat was underneath a car in the driveway. Bear in mind, all these cars and camper vans are coming in and out of this complex thing. And I was like, well, if you let the cat out there, what about all the cars and all the traffic and that? But to catch it was underneath the car. To get it into the carry box to take to the vets was just an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, but the deal wasn't like they hadn't gone out and purchased a kitten and that was their kitten.
They have. It's been in a few of them.
Yeah, I think it was a case of he adopted and one will catch it.
Well, that woman takes it home with her.
Alright.
So it's their cat now. Maybe at first it had...
I don't know. Whew.
But anyway, my dad...
I can't believe the price of kittens, that's the point. They're so expensive. I looked the other day because she wanted to get one.
No, I wasn't going to get one.
£600 for a kitten? And you don't know if you'll have it in a year's time because it might run off or ride in someone's bloody bedroom.
Leigh, however, Elsie and Doris.
Yeah, AIM, they're going to be in our house, safe. They're not wandering the sodding streets chasing mice, am they? We'll take a chance. Anyway, we don't need to tell people how much they work because that's a secret. Your dad.
Put it this way, you could have easy a few pair of Balenciagas.
Whatever that is.
So, when would it have been now? So the other day, just cutting a long story short, my dad was coming out of the bath, and as he was getting out, like he had like a coughing fit, he slipped 2 discs in his back, and they came out and went back in. And when I say he was in absolute agony, wasn't he?
Yeah.
We've had to completely change things around him. So, my dad couldn't move at all. You know, he's been going down and helping him and everything like this. You know, I'm sure he's going to go in tomorrow. But he's been really poorly with his back. And I didn't realise the slip disc actually could give you so much pain. But I researched it and apparently it's horrendous. So he's got rheumatoid arthritis quite bad as well. He's on something called methotrexate, and basically he's on a series of medication that tries to help him out with his body. Anyway, so this has just been an added complication.
So he bought us a Chinese as a thank you for the fact that I've been running around like a headless chicken twice a day, taking him food, helping him out with the shop, you know, bits and pieces.
We didn't want him to, but he just insisted, didn't he?
Well, he got himself some as well.
They put him on Codimon and all these strong things. So of course then that medication causes other issues. So then we've had to sort out his stomach problems as well as his back pain. And then he had an hot water bottle for his back. And the poor said only went and burnt his back and blistered the back on the same part, didn't he?
Yeah, his top sort of come up in the night and burnt his back. I've got a question for you, Emma. It's not about slipped discs and burnt backs and constipation and all that stuff. You mentioned something the other day today, and I heard something about it today, something similar, and I thought, oh, that's a conversation starter.
Okay.
So, you was on about to me about you'd heard an interview or read something about the chance that on another planet somewhere there is another AIM right now eating a Chinese or something like that.
A hologram, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was from Brian Cox.
So I heard a thing today, this was like about a year or two ago.
Through a black hole, we could be a hologram of ourselves.
I heard this thing today about, from about a year or two ago. Pardon me. About the idea that the universe is that big. Like it's infinitely big to the point where we have no idea how big the universe actually is. What if there is another Eamon Leigh who has either, not right this second, but has already at some point in the past sat down, had this conversation and eaten a Chinese? And like, it's possible?
Well,
what do you think is possible? Can you even get your head around that?
I'm not going to make this too long a thing because I'm really interested in this type of business. But I was listening to Professor Brian Cox, you know, I don't know if he's an astrologer, but he bases it around astrology.
Astronomer.
What is astrology then? That's like reading.
It's looking at your feet and seeing if you've got athlete's foot or something.
No, it's like reading.
Astrology.
Like Russell.
It's like star signs.
Yeah.
Like waffle.
Sorry. What's it called?
Waffle.
Astronomer.
Astronomer is somebody who looks at the stars and says, yeah, it's going to rain tonight. Astrology is star signs.
I said
You said
astronomy then. So he's a professor of that anyway, and he looks into the planet. You know who he is.
He used to be in a band.
But you know, like the black hole, now obviously nobody really knows much about them because you can't put a thing into them because they'll explode or whatever. But they've got some research, and there's a theory now that all the scientists have come together and said it's possible that we are a hologram of ourselves. Because in this one little galaxy, there's trillions of others out there, trillions. You know, like we have the Milky Way with the, you know.
So he thinks there's a chance that there's another one.
Yeah, but it isn't sort of just a theory. There's some sort of work going into it where it's possibly even going to be evidential at some point. It's that, and you know something. It's not. I'm not talking about religion or spirituality, because even if there is a scientific reason that we are a hologram, that doesn't mean religion doesn't exist. It just means that it could be a part of it, if it does exist, if you're with me. Because, again, it just doesn't mean that if God is there, he's just created this galaxy.
No, I don't believe that. In the respect that, for people who are religious, well, I'm not, I'll be honest about it and quite upfront about it, but for anyone who is religious, I very much doubt they could get their head around or even accept. Even if they discover this other town, this other place where me and Amy are sitting right now eating Chinese, and they bring him to us, and they sit him down next to us, the religious people out there will still say it's waffle. Because religious people are very closed book on things, I reckon, to the point where if it's not in the Bible or their religious beliefs or religious books or the Quran or whatever, they're not going to believe anything a scientist says. Very, very few religious people will say that they back science.
Well, I've got something to say about that in a minute. But anyway, what I'm saying, it's still not a closed book for me.
But imagine that somebody is like, literally, today, this afternoon, I was getting some weeds up. Another Leigh, somewhere in the world, has already got some weeds up, somewhere in the galaxy.
But I really, really, truly, deeply believe that if we are here on this, why there couldn't be us on another realm, so to speak. Because we are here, like, you know, like, I can see.
That is my sore arm.
Sorry, what I'm saying is, like, it's, you know, you can touch the table, I can see things. So why isn't it could be like somewhere else? But going on to what you said, I was watching YouTube the other day. I've told you at the moment, and I'm not going to say I'm not, but I like to look into different religions. I like to get educated on stuff.
Amy's very open-minded about a lot of things.
I'm more spiritual than I am religious.
It's fair to say I'm definitely a closed book on most things. Like, I don't think I've got the brain to consider different aspects or thought patterns. So like, you're very much like into, what's it called? Meditation.
I love it.
I think if you was to sit down with like, there's a lot of things like people are into. I see straight through it in my opinion. My opinion's right and everyone else's is wrong. So I reckon meditation you're into. I reckon if you went to like a spiritualist, you'd probably be open-minded to that.
I am. I'm not a closed book, and this was educated to me.
Ghost hunters.
By my dad. My dad said to me when I was really young, he says, I know. Never test what you don't know. Like, yeah, he wouldn't let my mum get a play Ouija board, would he? He's like, you're not inviting spirits.
He's really scared about it. God.
He got really angry. But I am open to things. I will never, you know something which I can tell you all, whether you are religious, whether you are not, whatever anybody's opinion is, whether you believe it, you still ain't going to know till you pop your clogs.
No, there is that.
But I was watching on YouTube an ex-pastor.
What was it?
Like, don't, just for once, just for
I'm
once.
trying to think of types of pasta then.
It was I think that's how you pronounce it, if I pronounce it wrong.
Pasta.
Anyway, there's this guy in America. And he was a really like into his what do they call it? Congregation, is it? The congregation. you know, and he was a pastor. He you know, did all his Sunday services, really into God, followed the Bible, and then all of a sudden the title was "Why I Don't Believe in God No More." And he went into detail of the Bible, and he said that, again, I'm not saying that this is right or wrong, I'm just repeating what he said. He said, people have come to believe this man-made book. It was actually written by the Egyptians.
This is why I don't believe in it.
And he said, but he was saying, this book got written before the time of Jesus. And he was like, so how can Jesus have, you know what I mean? Like,
well, starting off all the religious people. Like,
I know, I'm just saying.
Not you, me. What I was going to say.
I was going to continue saying what the.
Go on, carry on then.
And sorry, that's a lie. After Jesus, it was after Jesus apparently. What would you mean?
I don't know.
Apparently, it was either before. He said Jesus wouldn't have known about certain things
so
anyway.
Before Christ.
Yeah,
so
before. Yeah, that's it. It would have been before. And he said there were certain things that wasn't correct in it or something, but it was written by the Egyptians. That's what he said.
What?
And I just thought, I listened to what he was saying, and it kind of made sense. But it is something that people have followed for so long, isn't it?
It's why I can't get my head around it, and this we're going from talking about our doppelgangers, which is what they call it, if there's like identical people in the world, to religion. I don't upset people. It's just my opinion, and I'm open-eared and open-minded to all your opinions. But if to tell me that people happily, a lot of people live happily, but they follow their life by the word of a book that was literally, I'd say now, us as a country, or the whole UK say, I know it's a good idea, let's write a book, we'll all write a page each, or everyone in the UK write a page each, a story each, whatever, and then we'll put it in a book, and we'll title it The New Bible. In 200 years, as long as we all agree to keep quiet about it, if somebody in 200 years finds that book, they will believe, or they could believe, that Jesus wrote it, or that it was wrote about Jesus, and that's all true. It wouldn't be, it'd all be made up mumbo jumbo.
However, you haven't got no proof that that ain't real.
I ain't got no proof at all. There's no proof that it is, yet people still live their life by the Bible and all other religious writings and stuff. But what proof have you got that it's real, other than your parents or your grandparents or your elderly saying, this is what we do, this is our religion, this is real, you need to follow these rules and you'll be going to God or to whoever it is you believe in. And that's fine, if that's how everyone wants to live, or people want to live, that's cool, I'm all for it, but just my mind isn't open to that.
I'm extremely open-minded. Like, I like to ask questions about different religions and...
You talk to a few of our followers that are subscribers.
Yeah, but obviously...
About religion.
Oh yeah, I like to delve into it. I think I'm a very spiritual person. I never used to be. There's certain things that have happened to me that I think, maybe. I like to listen to a lot of near-death experiences.
Yeah, she was watching live executions a few days ago.
No, it wasn't like that. It was the like the electric chair, how they've done things differently over the years, how they've took it from like the way it used to be done and the way executions are done now, and where the countries believe in it still. Did you know where would it have been? Where was Carl Pilkington last night?
Oh, in Mexico.
Yeah, well anyway, he said crucifixions only stopped, I don't know if it's Mexico or whether it was Jerusalem, one of the two, in 1984 in a certain country.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
Like crucifixions.
Yeah, a lot of crazy shit still goes down in certain countries, which, I mean, you got to be careful what you say and stuff, but
we didn't mean to cause offence, by the way, with the religious thing, I mean...
No, because I said I'm open-minded, well, not open-minded, but anyone can
No, but
believe
what I'm trying
want.
to say is, people can't come for you because they choose to be religious, so because you chose...
Yeah, I'm not knocking anyone
No, what I'm saying is because you chose not to be.
I know I chose not to be. You don't have to worry that people are going to come for us over
Yeah, but
it.
sometimes what I'm trying to say is, like, some people still feel like they've got the right to do that, don't they?
I'm nothing against religion as long as it doesn't hurt anyone or affect anyone in a bad way. If it makes other people happy, I'm cool with that. I don't like I do a lot of work for religious people, like Jehovah's Witnesses. I work for a few, and the one did the one day give me a card and say, "Come along to a meeting."
I can imagine him down the Kingdom Hall.
And I was like, "Oh yeah, okay, cheers, love." I don't know her name. I've worked for her for like 6 years. I was like, "All right, yeah, that's a good idea. I'll see what I'm doing on Sunday. I'm probably gonna have a Sunday dinner instead." Anyways, I'm not against religion, like I said. But I do find it a bit...
You say that, but you're just not a
I'm
believer,
not
are you?
the slightest religious. But then at the same time, I do get scared of saying no altogether. So you can't really have your cake and eat it, can you?
Well, you did turn around the other day and say, I think I'm going to find a religion.
Yeah, I did, but I was bollocks. I wasn't planning on doing that at all. But no, I do find it a bit unfair that people who are religious, not all, but a lot of them, will say, okay, we can believe in this book, in this religion, the fact that Jesus rose off a cross to eat his Easter eggs.
It ain't just Jesus, though. There's many different...
There's lots of stories. Moses turned earth to wine and all that stuff.
Jesus turned water into wine.
Well, Moses parted the sea, didn't he, to get across to get to Lidl. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of stories.
Oh, God.
There's a lot of stories.
Yeah, I am actually going to say, God, because goodness
There's a lot of stories that people believe in, and I'm fine with that. But then they'll turn around and say, aliens ain't real. How can you say Jesus and God was real, but aliens ain't real? How can you say that UFOs ain't real? Well, they're aliens as well, aren't they? Science, they say, isn't real.
What's funny is that we, on this planet Earth, have created the name alien. Why? What if we are a hologram of somebody else? They're not aliens, they class themselves as people.
I've heard that theory, that when the aliens come to Earth, they'll be like, what the hell are you doing here? We created this way back. We just thought we'd leave it in the hands of you lot to see what the hell you could do with it.
Yeah, and they're like the main ones.
And then some people say, like, jokingly, what if they come down to Earth and said, right, we've left you with this now for the last, like, few 100 million years. You ain't done sod all with it. You're actually killing each other. We're going to exterminate you all now and take it back.
But curveball in this story a little bit. My uncle, who passed away, which you all know, like I've talked about it in the past, very, very non-believer. Like, absolutely, he would be like, when your ticket's punched, that's it, you're off. Nothing there, done. He had esophageal cancer. He didn't die of that. He got peritonitis, where the point was where they did the operation, and he ended up with pneumonia. He died and he got resuscitated. And when he woke up, he says, I've possibly just had the best ever experience of my entire life. He says, I could see myself from the hospital room. I was looking down at myself. And he said it was like the feeling of I've never felt anything more like it in my entire life, ever. And he was not the type of bloke to say that. Like, he was like, that's it, I'm dead, that's whatever.
Well, that's the thing, you can't deny that. You know, I can't turn around and say just because I'm not religious that your uncle didn't experience that, because he obviously did. You know, in his opinion, he did experience that. And there's been enough people who've come out and said that, haven't they? Like, they've experienced, like, near-death experiences and all. Like, they felt like they were going to heaven or whatever it might be. And then could look down
I
at
can't believe, like, instead of me getting, like, into religion via the Bible or via church, I tend to watch near-death experiences because it's coming from somebody, like, the way...
I got you.
The way it's said, and a lot of people have a lot of similar, scenario experiences, and I think, wow, you know...
The one that gets me is, like, the one that how the hell do you answer it, is... Because a lot of people believe that aliens created the pyramids. How the hell? If you look at the pyramids, the way they're put together...
It's like a navigation map, I think.
Yeah, because I heard like a podcast about pyramids recently. And it was like, they're so smooth. Like, even these days... these days we probably have the machinery to do it. Back then they didn't have the machinery. And how the hell they picked up these blocks without, like a normal pulling mechanism wouldn't have been strong enough to do it. They didn't have huge cranes back, mechanical cranes.
And I'm not kidding you. I've seen them.
I've never seen them in person. No.
I've seen them in real life. These things are like one of the blocks like could be as probably
Yeah,
as big as
they're huge.
they are enormous.
So how the hell? I mean, you get your Stonehenge art stuff, and it's nice. It's in the UK, but there's nothing really Stonehenge compared to a bloody pyramid.
No.
And the way they're put together. Stonehenge just a few bloody stones stuck up in the air, innit, or whatever.
That thing.
Them pyramids are ridiculous now.
Like, you know, it's right. It's really windy near them.
You're in the Sahara Desert. What do you expect, man?
Well, I thought it was going to be red hot.
You can get hot.
Well, it is hot, but like
at night time it's pretty cold.
But I'm not kidding you now. Like, I can't fathom without machinery how that was.
On these, who's actually wrote a book about pyramids. He was on the podcast I was listening to. He was like, I can't remember what he was exactly saying, but along the lines of, you know, aliens, basically. I mean, it's impossible. Even in this day and age, we would struggle to make a. That's why we don't make them. That's why pyramids ain't made. For all the money people in Egypt have and around the world that they have, they could build their own pyramids. The closest you get is like there's a hotel in Vegas, I think, in the shape of a pyramid, but that ain't real. It's real. It's nothing compared to what they got over in Egypt. And my mate, when I was like 17, he was 17, and I was like going on older with bloody mum still at 17, and he had a missus, a girlfriend, like she was a similar age, and they were going on holiday abroad. I was like, you're brave, ain't you? Now most 17-year-olds would go to Be Fair or whatever, yeah. Magaluf, I guess, wherever, party places. He was all about the culture. He's like, no, I want to go somewhere, I'm going to see something and like experience something.
Cool.
So them two went to Egypt, just the two. I was like, freaking hell, you are brave. Because the thought of me going to Blackpool on my own or with a girlfriend, let alone going to Egypt, was scary. And he went and he said it was amazing.
You got to Macclesfield?
Yeah, I went to Macclesfield on a train. I used to miss that stop. I used to get lost all the time. But yeah, just thought I'd talk about pyramids.
No, but it all kind of ties in, doesn't it? Like, you know, you've got like, they call it the 7 Wonders of the World, but you can see things like the China Wall, the Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
That's obviously like man-made. But the pyramids, I want to say to me, is like the most surreal kind of thing that they could have made back then.
I reckon so. I mean, I don't know what the seven wonders
We've
of the
got
world
like Machu Picchu.
Yeah.
That one in Brazil.
Yeah, the angel of the whatever it is.
Did you say the Angel of the North?
No, but it's the angel of something, ain't it? Sure it is. Let's have a look what they are quick time before we go.
You've got one which is like a built-in castle, not a castle, looks like
I think
something built into the rock somewhere.
Some of them ain't that good, are they? We watched the Carl Pilkington thing, and they're not all that great. And like
that one in Brazil began with J.
Like he said, when you actually go to a lot of these, they've been made into like tourist spots rather than what they were meant to be back in the day. So the 7 wonders of the ancient world are... Well, let's have a look. Here we go. So we have the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. We have Colossus of Rhodes in Rhodes, Greece. You've got the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in Babylon. You've got the Lighthouse of Alexandria in Egypt. Mausoleum at something
Type in the
Turkey.
7 wonders.
I have. Statue of Zeus at Olympia in Greece. And Temple of Artemis in...
You saying it?
Well, I don't know. So I typed in Wonders of the World. That's all. 7. Let's try it this way. New 7 Wonders of the World. I think this might be it. Here we go, because apparently there's some new ones here.
I want to remember before you say the one in Brazil.
Alright, so we've got the Great Wall of China, which is like a really big wall that they built around China. That, let me tell you, that one of the world's largest building construction projects. The Great Wall of China is widely thought to be about 5,500 miles long.
Wow.
Me. It's done like the 7th century. You got the Chichen Itza, which is in Mexico.
Oh, that's yeah.
That's where Carl went yesterday, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that is Chichen Itza is a Mayan city. I probably just killed that.
Mayan, that's right.
No, but the Chichen Itza, that's what I said like that. It's in the Yucatan Peninsula in Mexico, which flourished from the 9th and 10th centuries. It's like a history lesson for you, what this is. It features a total of 365 steps, which is the number of days in the solar year. Anyway,
do you know what they used to do at the top of that? Execute people and roll their heads down the stairs.
Petra, which is an ancient city in Jordan, is located
built into the
it's
rock.
Located in a remote valley, nestled among sandstone mountains and cliffs. Then we have Machu Picchu, this Incan site near Cusco, Peru, was discovered in 1911 by Hiram Bingham.
I never really got that. Machu Picchu.
Well, I don't know. He did the walk, didn't he?
It looks like a big amphitheatre to me. Christ the Redeemer.
That's the one. I thought it was Angel of the North. Cause
I thought.
They look quite similar then,
No.
too. Christ the Redeemer, a colossal statue of Jesus, stands atop Mount Corcovado in Rio de Janeiro.
Absolutely real.
You got the Colosseum in Rome, the Taj Mahal. That looks alright, doesn't it? But it's just like a posh.
He built that for his dead wife.
Yeah, I
did you know every angle is symmetrical, whatever way you look at it. Was that it?
Yeah, that's 7. But the one I'm most fascinated about, like I said, was the pyramids, and I think they're fantastic. But they're not actually one of the wonders of the world, are they?
But if you can see that, no, it is, isn't it? It's an old 7 wonders of the world.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're amazing.
But every single one of them, though, you know for a fact it's been man-made. Like the thing in Rio de Janeiro.
Yeah, like them have, yeah.
You've got like the Great Wall of China, you know, that was man-made. You've got that stone, the Machu Picchu, all that. You know it was physically by sight man-made. But when you see a pyramid in front of you,
how the hell was it possible?
and you look and you think, well, even a crane nowadays would have trouble with the symmetrical layouts of this thing. These things are colossal, let's say. These
days they could do it because they got the machinery. I mean, Christ can put bloody Elon Musk in space. They can build a bloody pyramid these days. But back then they didn't have the machinery to do it. They had no power. It was all manual power. There was no electricity. Christ, it was all pharaohs and shit, weren't it, and mummies and stuff like that. So I don't know. We'll never get the answer, but I do think it's pretty damn cool that they exist. Tell you what, well, I was actually going to tell you something daft then, but...
That is actually really interesting. I want to do like an Egyptian video.
Okay.
Discussing your legs.
I've never had Egyptian food, you know. I should try it one time. Never tried it. I heard this... No, we'll do it another day. It's not important.
No, I won't say it.
But it's a bit of a sad story and I don't want to end on a bummer.
Oh.
So we'll leave that one. Go on, mate. We'll go and check out the video of the man being chased by the cougar. Alright. We're to you too, love. Yeah, check out the cougar chasing the man and check out the pyramids and all the other stuff we talked about because it's amazing. And if you're offended by the religion talk, just take a jog on. Don't worry about it. You don't have to be offended all the time. So
no, it's not saying anything bad.
No, I'm easy. You can say what you want in the comments. Oh, Leigh, you're going to hell. Okay, I'll see you there. But just chill. It's okay. We can have
it's the one thing that does scare me though.
What hell?
Like, oh, there's a wasp in here.
Alright, well, let's get out of here then.
It's coming through the window.
Let's go then. I'm going to wash up yet. It's a fly.
It's a wasp.
It's a wasp.
It's got orange on it. It's a bloody wasp.
Hey, say goodbye.
I will say this though. It does scare me. Like the whole...
The wasp.
Well, if there's God, then... You know.
If there's a God, there's got to be a hell. Well, if the yin and yang and up and down, left and right, there's always an opposite to everything. Magnets and they push away and they connect and all that sort of bejesus and stuff. So...
Like, I've swore a lot in my lifetime.
Yes, you swore a lot every day.
Yeah.
Got there, a bit of chicken.
You've got curry all over your cheek.
I was helping you out. If you could help me out, ages ago with that.
Well, hang on.
Oh, God, mother!
Turn your face to me now, son. Come on. Look at this. It's tidy you up. Okay.
Why do you hate that? Well, Mum used to do it as a kid. Like, get a bit of tissue.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, it's actually been quite an exciting video. I've enjoyed doing this one.
Yeah,
Let us know in the description in the comments.
Stuff like that door.
Yeah, but...
Ooh, my arms are...
We should go to Egypt.
We should try and build that around. But we've got to go because the battery's just like to go. Right, hey, take us away.
Would you go?
I would like to go to Egypt, yeah. I'd like to wear them scarfings and ride a camel.
You'd hate it.
Well, I'd still like to go. I'll visit.
You'd hate the heat.
Yeah, the heat would be ridiculous.
I don't get how you went to Tunisia, it was raining.
I don't know.
Oh, it was well hot when I
I think I
went.
took the rain with us. Right.
Anyway, guys, remember to. He always books me to do a video and we get chatting and you stop it.
I've got to wash up yet and have a bath.
Oh, well, that's it then. Be all and end all. Anyway, guys, remember to be kind, remember to be nice, comment, share, like, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell and press the all button so you don't miss any future videos. Check out the community tab. Check out our Instagram, Munchies in the House. Is that what it's called?
I don't know. It's in the description either way.
And also the other channel, the vlog channel, which we will be.
One day put something on there.
Around about the 20th of May, we've got a really exciting vlog coming up for you guys on that weekend.
Yeah, we'll sort it all out.
Anyway,
Right.
guys, see you later.
Thank you.
Bye.